Welcome back. I'm Chris Kirshner with your Gator Sports Rundown. The Florida women's basketball team entered today's third-round SEC tournament matchup against a familiar foe, Kentucky. The Gators have had their number this season, winning both prior matchups, and today seemed like a necessary win for Florida's postseason dreams. Florida marched out of the gates with a 36-29 lead over the 12th-ranked Wildcats at halftime. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Gators fall to the Wildcats 75-70. Florida's NCAA tournament fate now in the hands of the selection committee. 4 years ago, Will Yeget, Casey Prather, Scotty Wilbekin, and Patrick Young first put on the Florida Gator uniform. Tomorrow, they will be honored in a pregame ceremony for their final game in the O-Dome. The seniors also have the chance to make history. These seniors have combined for 3,190 points scored, 112 wins, and 3 SEC championships. But one thing that no one has ever done in the history of the SEC is one day away, a chance to go 18-0 in conference play. But standing in the way is their biggest rival, Kentucky, who held the prior record of 16-0 back in 2012 when the SEC only played 16 conference games. These two teams played at Rupp earlier in the season. Florida came out on top 69-59, but Kentucky always brings a challenge for the Gators. In fact, during the past 4 seasons, the Wildcats hold a slight edge over the Gators with a 4-3 record. The Gators enter with a 31-game win streak at home. The last time Florida lost in the O-Dome? 2 years ago in the final regular season game in 2012 against, you guessed it, Kentucky. Florida's Fab Four has its focus on becoming the first team to go 18-0 in conference, but they are more so concerned with doing something they have also never done, play in the Final Four. Here's what Billy says about the chance to make history.
It's the same thing as going 1-0 or 2-0. You know, it's the last game on the schedule. It's not about our record right now. It's about us, you know, going out there and playing connected together as a team and doing the things that we got to do to be successful on the court.
Florida and Kentucky tip off at noon tomorrow. The Senior Day ceremony will begin at 11:40. The top-ranked Gators softball team is also looking to make history of their own. If Florida were to sweep Ole Miss this weekend, that would make the Gators 25-0 to start the season. It would be the longest win streak to start the season in Florida history. And the Gators are in action right now against the Rebels. No score in the top of the second, Florida's first game in SEC play. They are looking to defend their SEC championship, and this team looks better than last year's. They average 8 runs per game, and their pitching staff has been lights out, giving up a little over a run per game. A stat to note, second baseman Kelsey Stewart has scored 32 runs this season. Florida opponents have totaled 29 runs. Over on the men's side, the Gators baseball team has been average this season, sporting a 7-6 record. They begin a 3-game series tonight against Connecticut in their final non-conference slate before SEC play begins. Logan Shore on the bump for the Gators tonight. Shore arguably has been Florida's best starter this season. He's 0-1 on the year, and that's because he's had virtually 0 offensive support. In the 11 innings he has started for the Gators, Florida has given him 1 run to work with. That's not going to get the job done. We'll see if Florida's bats wake up tonight at 7. Coming into its match against West Virginia tonight, the Gators gymnastics team has to deal with something they haven't dealt with all season, losing. Last Friday, the second-ranked Gators lost on the road to Alabama. Bridget Sloan continued her dominance in the all-around, collecting her 7th straight title. After tonight's 7 o'clock meet with the Mountaineers, the Gators will honor their 3 seniors, Mackenzie Coquado, Lauren Rose, and Elena Johnson. And some other Gator news. 7 former Gators will be inducted into the UF Athletic Hall of Fame tonight. The list includes Ori Cruz, Jenny Gladding, Justin O'Neill, Keewan Ratliff, Colleen Rosensteel, Mike Stanley, and Sarah Yo. This group of 7 will now join the former 384 Hall of Famers.
Very exciting for the Gators. Thanks, Chris.
More news after the break. Stay with us.